Don't forget to like, subscribe.
India and giant radio telescope. So the news is related to India becoming a part of the international grouping, which is related to research in the radio telescope. So the news is related to general science. Similarly, under mains it is related to GS paper 3, science and technology, under a subtopic called awareness in the field of IT, space, computers, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and issues relating to ITER. So through this topic only the news has been linked with the examination. Okay, let's get into the news. So India is going to join the Square Kilometer Array, which is the joint project of the global communities, and the international scientific collaboration working to build the world's largest radio telescope. And India has been contributing to this project since its inception, directly as well as indirectly. But now the government is going to become India is going to become the full-fledged member in this project. And if it is going to become a full member, means it will offer an opportunity to use the upcoming facilities, which requires countries to sign and ratify the international treaty for that purpose. And based on this treaty only, this project has been signed, and India is going to ratify it. India is going to sign as well as ratify it now, so that it will be becoming a full-time member in the future. And India has also already built a gravitational wave detector to join the international LIGO experiment. And at the same time, India is also full-time member of ITER project, and which is working to harness the positives of nuclear fusion. And at the same time, India is also participating in the Large Hadron Collider, which is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, which is running experiment to study about the particle physics. So under these are all the other international collaboration where India is part of. Okay, let's look into what does this Square Kilometer Array is about. The Square Kilometer Array will not be a single large telescope. Rather, it is the collection of thousands of small telescopes. The name, why the project has been named as Square Kilometer Array is, the name came from the original intention to create 1 square kilometer of effective areas for collecting the radio waves. But after some time, because of further different reasons, this size got reduced. But the name has been sticked with the Square Kilometer Array. So that is the reason why the project has been named as Square Kilometer Array. This was meant to be achieved by installing thousands of small antennas in specific array, which would make them function like single radio telescope. That is, the small telescopes will be placed in different parts of the world, and they will connect it together to a common network, which will be acting as single radio telescope. But now it has lesser area because of further different reasons which I have said. And the antennas about 200 of which were in South Africa, and more than 1,30,000 were in Australia, and they are being installed sparsely populated location. Why? Because is to minimize the signal interference from the Earth's based sources, so that they could able to freely receive the signals which has been coming from the Earth, so that they could be able to do their scientific experiment with regards to this radio telescope. Once operation, SK, that is the Square Kilometer Array, would be between 50 and 60 times more powerful than the most advanced existing radio telescope functioning. So this is what the details with regards to the Square Kilometer Array is about. So what is in it for India is, none of the SKA facility would be in India, but India has scientific as well as technological gains. How it is? The radio astronomy, which India has some experience in it, which India has, like in the case of giant meter radio telescope, which is in Pune, has been used by many world countries to do their projects. So since India is having a vast amount of experience in the radio astronomy, India is in a position to contribute in terms of technological as well as the ideological aspect of this project. And at the same time, India could also have the access to SKA facility after becoming the full-time member. And most of the existing telescope operates under an open policy where anyone, which allows any members from any country to get access to the facility through competitive bidding. But there is an argument that the countries that contributes to building such kind of facilities need to get prioritized. So is the case with SKA, where under this, even though it is following the open policy, but the member countries, those who are part of it, will be getting the priority in terms of accessing those facilities, so that they could able to do their research. And there are technological benefits as well. That is, the SKA would work on the high-end technologies like electronics, software, material science, and computing. And the intellectual properties that is going to be generated by the project will belong to the SKA observatory only, and it would be accessible. Such kind of IP intellectual properties would be accessible for the member countries only. And this is the huge learning opportunities for the scientists, academics, as well as even the private industries, which in turn will ensure that the radio astronomy in the country will get boosted, so that it will have the application in the various sectors of the economy. And the participating in the project also result in expanding the science as well as technological base in the area. As I said, the radio astronomy field will get widened, and its application would be delegated to different sectors. And along with it, also ensure that the researchers or the academicians who are involved in those kind of radio astronomy will get their capability enhanced by accessing these kind of facilities, and also they also get opportunities to get trained in the updated facilities which is available in SKA. And the Indian participation, the project is being led by Pune-based National Center for Radio Astrophysics, but 22 institutions are collaborating under NCRA, like in the example, which includes IISER and many other IITs. 22 Indian institutions have been collaborating under National Center for Radio Physics, which is in Radio Astrophysics, which is in Pune. This location based in the institute is very important from the perspective of prelim, and they are going to lead the India's effort in the SKA. So India's involvement. So what has been the India's involvement in the SKA project is, India has been a part of, even though India hasn't ratified the SKA project before, India has been the part of the SKA project only. Like it has been involved in SKA project right from the beginning in 1990s itself, and contributed to the design as well as development of telescope, as well as negotiating the SKA convention. Under this convention only, this project has been fructified or finalized. And the main contribution came in the development and operation of the telescope manager, that is the neural network that runs the facilities. And there are plans to set up the SKA's regional center in the country, which will be part of the global network to process and store the data and make it available for the entire scientific community. So this is what the involvement of India in SKA project is since its beginning. So what need to be studied further is, we should be aware of what is LHC, what is ITER, what is LIGO experiment, and what is the ISRO's recent mission. So these are all the other areas which we needed to be further aware of. And with this, we have reached the end of this topic.